Richie, congratulations on an epic win at Arizona. How have you kind of thought about it and taken it in over the weekend? One of the biggest wins in BYU history.
Yeah, no, that was really cool thing to be a part of, right? Like I don't know, it's just one of those special moments in like life really for us. But it's just coming out of this last week 2-0. It was really cool.
One of the greatest weeks ever at BYU in a week. It was amazing, beating Kansas by 34, Arizona on the road. Okay, walk me through the final sequence there of getting the ball, picking up the dribble, pivoting, and then getting the foul call. What did you feel? What did you see?
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job of mixing it up for us, right? Like where they went into a zone, which kind of eliminated our plan, like our little play, and so it was just time to figure out how to make something happen, right? Initially it was looking for a three, but got downhill and got stuck, and just tried to get something up, and felt him come into my leg, and he just ended up getting the foul call, which was cool, and just sitting on the ground, looking at the clock with 2 seconds left, like I couldn't help but kind of smile a little bit, because that's something you dream about, right? Being in that situation.
Were you surprised you got that call at that point of the game?
I mean, it's I don't know, to be honest, right? Because like I felt the contact in my leg, which triggered me to lose my balance, so I couldn't get off the shot that I wanted, and so like I mean they could have called it, they couldn't have called, like, or they might have not called it, but at the end of the day, I used the contact that he put into me to make something happen, but I'm grateful that they did. I'm grateful they did.
They go and look at the clock. They add a little bit, so there's more time to ice the shooter and whatnot. What's going through your mind? And after the game, you had mentioned, hey, shooting shots in churches growing up. This is the moment, like you said, you've always dreamed of.
Yeah, I mean, everybody practicing, right? You do, okay, you're down 1, 2 seconds left, you got 2 shots, right? Like that's just such a classic thing, and but yeah, like it was cool to be in that moment, right? Like I mean, I've spent, like I said I can't remember where it was, different interview, like growing up playing in these playing in my church gym, like this is what we would talk about. Me and my dad, he would give me these scenarios, and it's just cool to, however many years later, to just literally be in that moment, and to figure out like what are you gonna do with that moment, and like it was a cool, yeah, I keep saying it, but it was a cool experience to be a part of.
So after that, you still have to stop Arizona from making a shot. We've seen Caleb Love tie the game against Iowa State from distance. Trey Stewart does an amazing job on him, covers him up. They just throw the ball to you, and then you did what I've always wondered why more teams do not do. Just chuck it in the air. So walk me through that play of what you saw, what Trey did, and then what you did.
Yeah, it was great defense by Trey. That's what he does. And just somehow I just was like, oh my gosh, I got the ball. I caught the ball. Kind of caught me by surprise, but right, for everybody wondering why I threw it up, their goal is to stop the clock, so they're going to foul you. They can't foul you, or I guess they could, but they're not going to foul you as much if you don't have the ball. And so like I dribbled it, I think, twice or whatever, then threw it up just to get the clock moving without being able to stop the clock. And we're talking 0.3, 0.2, and me and Trey Stewart, we start going like, oh my goodness, there's not enough time. Like I didn't throw it high enough. But luckily, by the time he caught it, the clock was gone. But it was a second there when I was like, oh my goodness, he's gonna get shot. But it just was a funny thing that me and Trey were laughing about after.
It's such a smart play, and yes, could you throw it higher? Sure, whatever. Do you want to like raise the top of the jumbotron? I don't know. You can think
that's where it gets
right,
tricky, right?
because then they'd stop the clock, they'd get the ball,
the jumbotron, and then the clock stops.
and then against Arizona State in football, they threw it out of bounds, but they're like, well, it crossed the line, you know. So you don't want to.
That's facts, yeah.
You don't want to venture into that space, but I thought it was smart what you did. Okay, so then you get mobbed by your team. It looked like you weren't like kind of yelling back. You were just like quiet, taking it in. What was that moment like as you realized, hey, I may have just made the two best plays of my life?
Yeah, you know, it just was a little emotional. Like I'm not super emotional, but like, you know, like just sitting there, it was just a surreal moment. I just was kind of taking it in, you know, and just happy to be a part of that, and definitely grateful that those 2 free throws went in, but you know, just super proud of my guys for how we played in that game. You know, it was a battle from the very start, just going against an incredible team, and but you know, just I woke up the next morning and kind of forgot about it, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, that happened, and but that's definitely one of those things that like I'll remember forever.
This team has taken off 9-2 in the last 11. I think about just the last 9 days, beating K-State, coming in with that 6-game win streak. Kansas by 34. Now you win at Arizona, which is a quad 1A win, top 10 win. What has gone into the ascension of this team recently?
Well, I mean, I just like relentless and resilience come to my mind, right? Like, it's hard to lose. Like, when you lose, like, you can't just turn off the TV, right, and move on with your life. Like, you're in it. You're stuck in the loss. Like, and I've just been so proud of just like my team as we've had to learn by losing, and we've had to get back up. And I mean, we're seeing the fruits of that, right? Like, we lose 3 in a row, we win a few in a row, we lose, I think 3 more in a row. Like, it's really easy to just get sad and feel bad for yourself in these moments. But like, we're seeing the product of that, of not getting sad and feeling bad for yourself, but just coming back and moving on, you know? Like, and just like, because it happens in games too, where they go on a run and you got to figure out how to respond and just take it and move on in the game. And like, I've just been super proud of my guys for that, right? For not giving up when we lose by however 30 or whatever to Providence or Houston, and just these big losses, because we're seeing cool stuff because we didn't give up.
You could have gone to Kentucky. You've returned back to BYU, and you've gone from glue guy to best player on the team, in my opinion. What's gone into your transformation as an individual this year?
You know, that's a question I've been asked a few times as of late, but you know, I don't know. I mean, like, I'll say that just throughout all the craziness of off-season stuff and not sure where we're gonna be, it's just the only thing I found consistent, like we found consistent, was work. Like, was just not sure where I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna work, and that's just what the moral of the story was this summer, is just finding like gratitude in the consistency of just working hard, and I'm fortunate enough that Coach Young has put me in a position where I can shine in this different way, right? Doing what I've done for most of my career, just as a whole. But
Richie, oh, sorry, go ahead and finish.
I'm grateful for that. I gotta say, I'm grateful for Coach Young and putting me in this situation.
Hey, we're grateful you came back to BYU, dude. It's been awesome, and the journey's not over. Congratulations on an incredible week, and best of luck in another tough one Wednesday against Arizona State. Thanks, Richie.
Thanks, man.